I'm Alex Cody Easley, here with Olivia Anderson, and she is a trainer at Zen Spin Studios, and she's agreed to do this interview for us today. Welcome. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for having me.
What do you have a certain set program when you go to teach spin, or do you kind of keep it varied? Do you go right off the top of your head? How do you set up that program, that exercise routine during a spin class?
Well, we have a kind of a set routine. We really do have our own type of routine, so it's not a general spin class, if you will. It's based off of music and beats and songs that you're using. So it's not just about your, how fast you're going or your resistance. It's a lot about the music that you're working with. So if we set up a spin class, it's about the music and about our beats and making sure that our jumps and our sprints go with the music. So you're focusing on the music. I feel like focusing on the music helps a little bit better. So also our lights are all off, so it's
Really? It's like a dark spin class?
It's dark spin class. So you are focusing on yourself, you are focusing on what you have in front of you, what you're doing underneath you, with your legs, and not what everybody else has going on around them. So you're not competing with everybody else, and it's your time, your zone. So we do have specific ways to set up classes.
What's your favorite music to do the spin class? And what's your favorite, you mean favorite artist and favorite song? They don't have to be the same thing, but.
Oh my gosh, no. I love all types of music. I'm eclectic. You will listen to a spin song or a spin playlist from me, and it'll be, oh my gosh, what was it yesterday? It was Bruno Mars all the way down to 9 Inch Nails. I'm eclectic. I love lots of different music. So I will say recently I got into dubstep and electronic music. I was never really into that until I started with the studio. So now I'm into dubstep a lot. It's weird.
Dubstep
It's
spin.
weird.
It's a new
Yeah.
genre, spin step.
Yeah.
That's what we call that. Funny moments. There's got to be a funny moment from either spin or yoga or aerobics class that just made you laugh for hours. Give us something funny.
Oh my gosh. Really, I think it's the women who make it funny, because you give them a certain move to do during Tabata class, something that is a little bit awkward for the body in the mirror, and you watch them doing that move, and they'll be making fun of themselves in the mirror, being silly or trying to do that move, and I think that's the funniest part. I don't have any funny stories. Nothing crazy has happened.
Nobody fell off the bike or anything like that?
You know what? Actually, tell me anything about it. There was one night we were doing Tabata class, and it was raining outside, and it was dark, and Tabata class had just started. And so I locked the front door like we always lock the front door, so because there's nobody. But we heard a knock on the back door while we were starting our warm-ups and stuff, and we were all just scared. We did not know who. It was dark outside and raining, so who is in the back door banging on the door? So we would walk up to the door and we go, hello? And nobody would answer, and then all of a sudden you'd hear banging again, and so it happened for about 5 minutes, and we realized that it was one of the girls who was late for class, needed to get in, and she didn't know how to get in. So that was extremely scary, but it was really funny because they came in and they were drenched, and we felt really bad about it. But
have you ever tried to do an aerobics class or a spin class followed by yoga? Have you ever had to teach double in one day or perform double in one day?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's been a couple of months where we've had a lot of people take time off, so I would help out, fill in, and yeah, doing back-to-back classes or doing 2 classes in one day and then 2 classes the next day, especially doing a 5:30 a.m. class and then a 6 p.m. class and then a 5:30 a.m. class and a 6 p.m. class. It's rough, but a majority of our clientele is, I would say, 30 and above. We've never had anybody, I don't believe, above the age of 60, 65. I I hope I'm saying that correctly for some of the women, because they might be younger than that, but we do have a couple of older women who work out with us. And so I think there lies a challenge there, because you have students my age who are at their end of their 20s, in their 30s, full-time jobs, and then you have the people who are 50 years old, 55 years old, and you have to put together a class that fits both those age groups, because somebody who's 30 can do burpees 10 times faster than somebody who's 55, generally speaking, if they're not physically active constantly. So putting together a routine that fits everybody's needs goes into play on that one. So it's, you do a lot of modifications. You set it up so it's tough, so you know that when they walk out of there that they got a good workout, but you give them the modifications with it so that you make sure that they know it's okay not to have to work as hard if it's too physically demanding, the older group.
Let's talk about success stories.
Okay.
Through your training, through aerobics, or through yoga, what is a success story? If there's a specific person you can talk about, or just give us a general, you don't have to say names if you don't want, but whoever you want to talk about.
There is definitely one story that always stands out to me because it touched me personally, I think. I teach a girl named Tracy who, she's in the older age bracket, and so her health, wasn't outstanding, and she came to Zen because she wanted to get on the bike, she wanted to make sure that she wanted to fix her back problems or fix her knee problems. So the first couple of weeks, she talked about how she couldn't get up out of the seat, she couldn't jump, she couldn't do any of the sprints, she was always very winded, she couldn't stand up through all the routines. So then about 6 months later, she came up to me and she says, I just want to tell you, I can stand up for a full class now, I can jump, I can sprint, I'm not winded as much anymore, my knees don't hurt, my back doesn't hurt, her nutrition was starting to really take a big role in her life. So for me, her success story really touched me because, she said, thank you for pushing me so hard, thank you for telling me that I didn't have to sit down, I could stand up, and I did. I stayed up, I stood up, and so yeah, that's a huge success story for me. I love hearing that from people. My main thing is lean, clean, and green. You're eating lean meats, you're eating clean food, you're eating your greens, cutting back on fruits because it's a lot of sugar. It's also about balance. So you want a hamburger, treat yourself to a hamburger. Maybe make it a turkey burger instead of a hamburger so you can kind of get that trade-off. But at the same time, if you want a hamburger, you can still get yourself a hamburger, but it's about balance. I would say, first and foremost, that it has helped me put more positivity and love out into the world. When you're not happy with yourself, it's easy to hate everything else around you or be upset or judge other people around you. When you are secure with yourself or your endorphins are going and you just had that really good workout, you just want to love everybody. You want to, I started looking at women a different way. Women are so cynical and they're so hateful of each other, as of late, and with all the social media and all of the people we see on TV and the models and all that kind of stuff, it's easy to be insecure yourself and start to hate other people. So as women, it's, for me, I see another woman and I think, that girl is beautiful. She's gorgeous, and she needs to know that. She needs to know she's gorgeous. So randomly, if I just, I feel like it, I go up to people and I say, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous. Hey, your butt looks good, or hey, your hair looks good, girl, you have beautiful eyes, just because that push, that self-esteem boost right there, what says that's not going to push them to go do something to make their day better or make their life better? What says that's not the one thing that helps that person? And so I think overall, as a human being, physical fitness has taught me how to love other people, you know, along with now my, you know, new attitude, my new body, my new way of life. It's throwing it out there at other people, letting them know that you're not down and out. You can still get up and you can still do what you want to do. You know, it's going to take a little bit of work and perseverance, but you can do it. And you're gorgeous, and you deserve to feel gorgeous. So, yeah.
That connection between mind and body, as far as people don't realize it until you kind of start working on it, that connection of you're not going to really have a healthy mind until you have a healthy body, and you're not, it's kind of hard to have a healthy body until you get yourself in that headspace of I have a goal.
Right.
But when you are happy and when you get to that spot, you're right, it does make you want to make other people feel happy, or, you know, it lets you know if you come from a place where you started somewhere and you ended up somewhere else. So if you know if there's people out there that they're not quite where they want to be, you go become a trainer, as you did, and you are helping people change their lives potentially, you know, making lives better, which is very important.
Absolutely.
So I want to go ahead and thank you,
Yes.
Olivia, for this. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And we had a recipe for Brussels sprouts. We are not going to broadcast that. Apparently it's a big secret. I'm going to try to trick her into letting us put it on the website, though, once this is done. And we appreciate you guys watching. Y'all have a great day. Like that. That was a cute little laugh there at the end. That worked. Okay, that probably was that was definitely much better where we at.